Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. It is Monday, May 3rd, 2021, and here is where we stand with regard to this market. You know what? Before we get there, I want to give a big shout out to those of you who decided to support my work. Surprisingly, it was very few of you. However, I appreciate you very, very much, and a super shout out to you. All right, with that said, people, let's talk. It's already starting this morning, but before we even get there, let's talk about what's about to occur. So right now, stock futures are higher across the board, pointing towards gains right at the open. What's driving this, people? Again, it's very, very simple. It's easy money from the Federal Reserve from here to eternity. It also is the dollar. The dollar right now is weaker. I covered this yesterday in my Markets A Look Ahead, what we needed to look out for. The dollar and crude oil. Dollar is weaker right now, and crude oil is actually fractionally lower. That 10-year yield remains stable. So again, in this kind of an environment, what else would you expect? Now, speaking of what else would you expect, cryptocurrencies are taking off, people. Are you watching this stuff? Dash. Remember I recommended buying it at around 280? It's like 335 right now. This is just like a week or so ago, going much higher. So again, there is opportunity for you. What else is going on? It's astonishing to me. Turn on Fox Business, CNBC, any of them. And they're all talking about the inflation narrative. Inflation. What else is going on? The Federal Reserve talking about a digital dollar yet again. People, in case you don't know, okay, a digital dollar, 100% fiat, it's ready to roll out. They are just waiting for this inflationary event that we are in, clearly, to get much worse. Again, they need to create the usual scenario, which is a crisis. Create a crisis, wait for the outcry, and say, okay, we have a solution. It's the same scenario over and over and over again. Some people might argue that we are in a currency crisis right now. The dollar, people, the dollar just hit a couple of weeks ago and has gone pretty much flat since, but it's going lower. Okay. The dollar just hit its lowest purchasing power in history. In history. I want you to think about this. Is why I have said, people, get out of the dollar. Get out of the dollar. I don't understand some of you. You know, I'll come out here and I'll say, okay, people, you know, you should be getting into this, that, or the other thing. And then there are people out here defending the dollar. Are you high? Are you on crack? What is your situation? You want to stay in the dollar? Good for you. I promise you're going to lose. Especially because the Fed is going to roll out a digital dollar. Just be ready for it. Again, it's about control. The Fed wants to control it all. They're already buying everything, funneling dollars around the world. We're watching debts and deficits hyper balloon, the Federal Reserve's balance sheet hyper ballooning, driving the market higher as the dollar craters. So I don't know what to tell you, people, anymore. Those of you that are defending the dollar. I mean, how could you possibly defend a dying asset where we have a central bank that's gone crazy fulfilling their end game? I really don't understand it. So again, that does not mean that you need to, oh my goodness, I got to run out and get into cryptocurrencies. No, you should be betting against the debt and becoming your own central bank. You should at least understand that you should be holding physical gold, more specifically physical silver. You want to stay in the dollar? Good for you. You're going to lose. You're losing. You've been losing, and you will continue to lose. So defend the dollar all you want. You are on the losing side of that equation, and there always has to be a balance. There's got to be losers and winners, and you know the winners are going to outpace. There's just no doubt about it. So anyway, so the story this morning is stocks are about to jump higher. No surprise to you. Cryptocurrencies are taking off. Dash is taking off. No surprise to you. I explained this to you. You got the talk of the mainstream narrative. Warren Buffett, as a matter of fact, warning about inflation. You got a Federal Reserve talking again about a digital dollar. People, the writing is on the wall. I've been warning of this for a very, very long time. It's about control. They want to monitor every single transaction. They don't want you carrying cash anymore. You understand? A digital dollar, 100% digital, which we already have just about. Look at how much cash is in circulation. It's about 1.7 trillion. The rest of it doesn't exist. It's not on the elemental chart. It's being phased out by design as the Federal Reserve continues to inflate beyond anyone in the world's eyeballs. And this is all a mechanism. You know that. So get on the opposite side of that trade, people. I don't know another way to put it. With regard to crude oil, right now, last time I looked, it was under a little bit of pressure, but it's going much, much higher. There is no doubt in my mind, and there's no doubt in the mind of super bank Goldman Sachs, who is now all in on crude oil, which means they're more all in on energy as well. Look, the energy sector is going higher. There's no doubt about it. The financial sector going higher, and that's going to lift the entire market. You all know that. You know the mechanism here. You know how it's going to play out. There is no doubt about it. Anyway, all right, people, that's pretty much it. And again, one last time, big shout out to those of you who chose to support my work. I really greatly appreciate that. It makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. I will see all of you at the end of the day. We're going to cover all this stuff here, but just watch what the mainstream media is doing, how they're playing up the inflation narrative. They're building up to an end here. They want people to say, oh, there's inflation. Oh, I can't buy food. I can't. Again, they create it. We're in a currency crisis. There's no doubt about it. Okay. They want to get people kind of hyped up behind it to support a new system. This is what they always do. It's right in the works and it's in your face. Get used to it. I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. See you later.